Despite the frigid temperatures in West Michigan, some avid runners out there training for the next race. They're busy and they're getting at it.
You're winning. We get it. You're braving the cold, the snow-covered roads and sidewalks, some to get in shape, some, though, for a great cause.
Jack Doles joins us right now to talk a little bit more about that.
Yeah, I don't know about you guys.
Are you out there, Jack?
I'm getting there, but I see these people out there, and I just think, who are these guys?
I know it.
Are they out of their mind? Well, Lee Mshar is one of those runners, and when you see what she's been through, you'll understand what drives her. You'll also know why she was selected as a road warrior for this year's Fifth Third Riverbank Run, and you might even be inspired to join her in her quest to make another family's wish come true.
I strongly believe that you cannot waste the gifts, the skills that you've been given in life. That God gives you an ability to do some things and that it's your responsibility to put it to use.
For Lee Mshar, the ability to run is more than a gift. It's a godsend. Steps to sanity for a modern-day Job. Lee and her family have fought through and persevered more than most of us will ever have to endure.
I don't know how we got through it. I'm not gonna lie, it was overwhelming.
We'll pick up her journey a little over 12 years ago when she gave birth to her oldest son, Alex.
I had been a paramedic and I was watching this nurse and I could see her get that oh crap feeling. I saw something change in her demeanor and she was keeping cool, but I knew that something was desperately wrong.
Alex had to be revived, and the Mshars soon learned their son had Down syndrome.
For us, we had a sort of perspective because we almost didn't have a baby. So the fact that we had a child born live gave us immediate perspective that disability might not be such a big deal.
It didn't take long for Lee to learn another of her gifts was raising a child with special needs. So when Alex was 3, she felt called to care for another one. The Mshars decided to adopt another child with Down syndrome. Their world would never be the same. Ben turns 9 next month. He's a happy, healthy child.
Mommy, are you dancing?
That hasn't always been the case. After he arrived in their home, he was constantly sick. And when he was 3, the Mshars were rocked by news. Ben had leukemia.
A little boy with ALL gets 3.5 years of chemotherapy. There's no ifs, ands, or buts about it.
Ben wasn't the only one with a health issue. While her husband was recovering from back surgery, Lee was diagnosed with Guillain-Barré. She had to care for a family when she could barely get off the floor.
But the profound weakness was the thing that lasted the longest and was most pervasive and overwhelming. You know, a weakness that you can't really understand being an able-bodied person. I felt like I was 90 years old.
With prayer and perseverance, the Mshars pushed through. They also received a big assist from Make-A-Wish with a promise of a family trip to Disney World. Ben's first year of chemotherapy was brutal. Headaches, pneumonia, bronchitis. He was constantly sick.
And we had these people coming around us to say, you can make it through this, and here's the light at the end of the tunnel. And that light at the end of the tunnel was as valuable as anything else for us to get through that really difficult first year.
Another thing that helped Lee through that difficult year was getting out and running. No matter how sick and weak Lee became from Guillain-Barré, she always made a point to try and run.
Because I knew that if I could get back to running, that would be my way of handling all of the stress that was coming. And I would try, and I would fail, and I would try, and I would fail, and I would try. And this went on for 2 years, about. And then finally, this past spring of 2014, I went out for a run, and I did it.
Inspired by her progress, Lee decided she wanted to train for the Fifth Third Riverbank Run. So she signed up for the Road Warrior program. Now she runs for an even greater purpose. She'll be running for Make-A-Wish.
I believe that when you're blessed that you're blessed with a responsibility to be a blessing.
And they consider themselves very blessed. Their son Ben, now 5 years leukemia-free, so he is in the clear. If you're inspired to join Lee in her effort to make some wishes come true, you can join her Make-A-Wish team and run the race with her. If you want to help but you don't want to run the race, you can make a pledge. A typical wish costs between $5,000 and $10,000, and they're hoping to make many, many wishes come true. And I've got to tell you, I'm a road warrior as well on the team with her and helping run for Make-A-Wish, so it's pretty exciting.